very funny, CS. Welcome to another round 4 series. This is going to be Giap versus Luvnest. Giap playing as Soviets in the south, Luvnest playing as Axis, Oster. Soviets and Oster super popular on this map. No US forces this round at all, I don't think, and no over Commando West. It's all about guards and it's all about LMG grins on Crossing in the Woods. Pro tip. Not that you get to choose what map you play on in auto match, but if you do get forced to play on Crossing in the Woods in auto match, you should cross your fingers for Oster Soviets. Conscript squad forced to retreat right there. Conscripts moving left. One squad of Grenadiers moving to counter. Conscripts can probably win that. They've actually taken a tiny bit of damage. Oh, and they're gonna straight for the house. Interesting move by Giap right there. He also put minesweepers in this shed. I wonder if that was a misclick. I don't even know what the deal is with that, but okay, there's minesweepers in that shed. That's crazy. Early minesweeper upgrade, by the way. Seeing some kind of interesting stuff. 3-minute minesweeper instead of a flamethrower. That's a very odd first 30 munitions expenditure, but hey, never hurts to have a minesweeper. Now he has a minesweeper. Conscripts throwing sandbags up right there. These two squads of conscripts moving for a cutoff. This cutoff getting harassed a lot this series. Luvnest off to a kind of difficult start right now, but if he can just hold this cutoff against this push, he'll be okay, I think. He's going to try and push Giap's conscripts from that building. They're taking a pretty significant amount of damage. These two Grenadier squads firing on conscripts in red cover. Luvnest, by the way, has taken the time to wire off a lot of cover over here, so that's going to help a lot since conscripts had nowhere safe to stand at all. Nice use of barbed wire. Conscripts have to retreat away. Grenadiers moving into the strategic point right there, and the strategic point over here on the left. Grenadiers taking strategic point right there. Tier 2 structure here in the base. There go Giap's conscripts from the left side, and Luvnest will maintain a pretty strong position here. Pretty strong position on the left side, never being cut off from his fuel for too long, but ideally he'll stop this triple cap. This triple cap is hurting. It's going to set Giap up with about a 50-point lead. Nothing too serious. Luvnest should be able to get that under his control quite soon, and he's starting to float a little bit. Probably needs to think about what he's going to do next. I feel like this is oddly early half track. On this map, everyone else we've seen so far, 4 Grenadiers, 5 Grenadiers. Luvnest going to operate on 3.5 track. So he's very much just going to try and set up a really strong forward core with forward reinforcement. And it's pretty manpower expensive, by the way, to reinforce by a half track all game long, which might explain why he wants to float a little bit extra, give himself 250 manpower buffer that he can use for reinforcements in the field, because he's probably going to have to do a lot of that. No Molotov research, although we do have anti-tank grenade research from Giap. And since he has AT grenades,
120mm mortars are now available for deployment.
he may be able to swarm that half track. Mine right there, by the way. Some early mines. And there's another one right there. That's going to prevent Luvnest from doing anything too hyper-aggressive without minesweeper support. What was that noise? That was a mine. Okay, there's the first mine detonated. No wipe, no wipe, nothing he can't recover from. He's got the half-track right here. 90 manpower, but whatever, that's why he left himself a little bit of extra float. 221 making its way over here towards the right side is going to have to encounter some guards. Oh man, these mines. Where's the minesweeper? It's right there. It's right there, and he just hit another huge mine. Hopefully he's gonna get that into a forward position and sweep that one. These mines are hurting Luvnest a lot. Half-track sitting right here in this red cover road. Luvnest is gonna have trouble benefiting from cover against his opponent, who has gone double guards, by the way. It's all about guards this patch. If this tournament's any indication. Finally sweeps up a mine. Nice sweep. Although I'm not sure he noticed. There he goes, backpedaling now. Grenadiers engaging conscripts on the cutoff directly. This green cover did not complete. Grenadiers backpedaling towards the half-track. He's still got this forward reinforced if he just stays here in this really strong position. 2 LMGs on his Grens. Got the 221 for harassment of infantry on the flanks. Gonna try and kite those conscripts to death, keep them from capping while they're just oorahing towards him. Scout car will have no problem managing that threat. Here comes a squad of guards though. Second squad of guards on the left flank. Oh, that's a tight flank. They're not firing yet though. They keep repositioning. This squad firing from the right is doing pretty good damage with the PTRS. That half-track needs to decide where to go. By the vision blocker here, there's a ghost in his way. Sandbag ghost. Quite a few sandbag ghosts from Giap, in fact. Although I'm not sure he's ghosting with the intent of blocking pathing. I think he's doing it because he actually wanted to build cover and he was just never able to complete it. But it certainly is causing a hell of a traffic jam over here for Luvnest. No doubt about that. Intent aside, certainly is having a pretty serious effect. Luvnest might want to... Wow! I can't believe Luvnest hit that mine. He swept that like a million years ago. Come on, Luvnest. PTRS is just firing on that scout car. That's going to be forced back a little bit. I feel like Luvnest could probably destroy that ghost. It doesn't take that long to just focus fire a ghost down. It's clearly very much in his way. That autocannon could probably kill it in like 2 bursts. It's just ignoring it for now. He's got to kite very carefully. Very carefully. Ooh, rifle grenade brings that guard squad low. Conscript's also low. There's the grenade. Minor damage, nothing too serious, but there goes the half-track. Take too many PTRS shots. Just couldn't keep that alive. And Luvnest trying to set up this really crazy aggressive cutoff maneuver has kind of neglected harassment, which is normally Luvnest's strong suit. He's normally all over the map. Kind of struggling here though. He just couldn't get the manpower together for just one more squad. One squad to just go do some backcapping during this. Because it's not that he's really losing or winning the engagement for the center. He's just kind of stalling here. I don't know if I would say either side is really winning. Luvnest has a huge advantage in model losses. I mean, he's probably winning the manpower game at sort of. His army is so small though, so I don't know if I really think that's true. He hasn't even gone battle phase 2. I mean, the number's higher, but Grenadiers are a lot more expensive than conscripts. So really, it probably works out to be about the same. Giap, having held both fuel points for pretty much the entire game, has a huge fuel reserve. Luvnest is going to try and get it aggressive and punish his apparent decision to go straight to Collins with a Stug E. And Stug E is, of course, very effective at punishing such a strat. He hasn't even gotten tier 2. We'll see if guards will be sufficient. Guards and AT grenades will be sufficient to take out that stug. Mine getting planted over there. We will retreat immediately thereafter. Certainly got an excellent value out of mines this game. I can't count the number of grenadiers that have just died on mines. Luvnest going to go straight for that cutoff again. Very, very aggressive style.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
By Luvnest this game.
Enemy squad is trying to engage. Light artillery awaits your orders. A new grenadier squad is ready. Headed to the fatherland. We have a full complement.
Grenadier squad retreating. Pyo's taking control of the right side.
Assault gun standing by.
Assault gun heading left. Let's take out these conscripts. He needs to kite though. This can be tricky. Does not want to get engine damaged and blasted by PTRSs. It's the worst way to lose a Stuki to infantry. Grenadiers taking control of the left side.
We are losing a sector. Ready for action. Grenadiers reporting objective capture.
Machine gun trying to maintain general control over the center VP. He can't extend that without support to the actual cutoff point though. Stug is already at half health and it's barely done anything. It only has 3 kills. Luvnest struggling to utilize it all that effectively. Guards in green cover on the left to protect the munitions. Conscripts protecting the left side fuel. These 2 squads moving to engage against conscripts set up in green cover. Stuki's going left. This is probably an easy engagement to win, just trying to push away those conscripts. Luvnest looking for opportunities with the Stug where he can get guaranteed return without very little risk. Hasn't repaired it yet either. Needs to get those piles in position to get that thing repaired. And I think Luvnest feels like he's under a lot of pressure to get a bunch of kills with that Stug really quick. Which he is. Because he has no fuel and he knows T-34s are going to be here really soon. Really, really soon. I feel like he might lose this thing. Those PTRSs are right there, right next to him. They're gonna get a couple shots off at least. Ooh. Fortunately, he gets a really big hit. Giap doesn't like the engagement and will retreat just to make sure there's no crazy squad wipes or anything. I don't blame him for that either. And Stug will finally receive some repairs, up to 7 kills, which is okay, but it's not that great either.
Anti-tank gun has arrived.
Grenadiers retreating.
We are taking losses.
Why is everybody saying Oster is bad? Are you guys crazy? Oster has been picked almost every single game this tournament. We've barely even seen OKW at all. Scout car gets abandoned. My headphones died. Grenadiers jumping into the building over there, force away that squad, but the abandonment of that scout car hurts. It looks like Giap may actually manage to recover this. He's a little unsupported over there on the right side, and there it goes. It gets away. Luvnest hands the scout car over to Giap. I wonder if he's going to use it any more effectively than Luvnest was able to. That's kind of an interesting turnaround. Not that that scout car was doing that much for Luvnest anyway. With 2 squads of guards on the field, it had a very limited impact.
Enemy infantry has made contact!
Forcing a retreat over there. Luvnest has a pretty good hold on the map right now, setting up a cap on both of the fuel points. Maybe even getting a triple cap going, trying to turn the victory point situation around. And I guess that probably means that Stugi's had a pretty dramatic impact. It's forced a decent amount of retreats, giving his infantry a little more room to breathe, take map control. So I would say he's making progress in that regard. Giap has 3 squads in his base right now, healing and reinforcing, which is going to make him weak in these flank engagements.
We are losing a sector. A peg gun is ready for orders.
Stug could probably force away those conscripts, although a field gun is on its way left. Try and deal with any counter harassment that those units encounter. That conscript squad encounters. 2 squads moving over here as well. Field gun setting up right here, just generally way in the back, screened by infantry, just keeping it behind his infantry like he should. Letting his infantry go first, scout for threats. Stugi is going to move to counter harass the conscript squad over there on the left. And the stolen 222's already off to a pretty good start, halfway to Vet 1, forcing a couple retreats from Luvnest infantry. Oh, that hit! 4 kills. He's attacking ground through that house. I think those conscripts are safe back there. He's just blind firing and he just doesn't know where they are. Just in case they try and retreat. Doesn't react very quickly to the fact that he's being flanked, though. That's engine damage. I think that's a dead Stug. Yes, it is. Nicely played by Giap. Moves that AT gun up just enough. He had plenty of time to react. Luvnest slowly working on the conscript squad in that building. Although he does trade this stolen scout car over here on the right side with his MG using armor-piercing rounds, so that's something. Of course, Giap didn't actually have to pay any resources for that scout car.
The enemy is taking our territory. Taking AT fire. Yes.
Grenadiers
We have been worthy of
working on those conscripts. Conveniently have some brand new green cover. Brand new green cover. Yeah, I'm just ignoring you, Sirius. I noticed your message. I don't know why the alert doesn't work. I have no idea.
We are ready. It was close.
But thank you, Von Ivan, for hosting me. I appreciate it. Well, there's the T-34-85s. The Stugi is already dead. Luvnest will make it a Tiger pretty soon. He's got 2 AT guns set up. He's ready for this. He's not unprepared by any means. Once the Tiger arrives, it's going to come down to, you know, the standard Crossing in the Woods mind games. Mines. Tank, micro. A little bit of RNG. Who can emerge the victor in the tank versus tank AT gun, mind games warfare. There's a field gun from Giap, who has finally gone tier 2. And the Tiger's going to arrive very soon. The victory points are pretty even. Giap kind of in the lead, a little bit. But, I mean, that's kind of to be expected. Once the Tiger arrives, it'll be a pretty even fight from that point forward. Unfortunately, Luvnest is getting pushed very hard off the map at this point, because the advantage those T-34-85s give Giap, who's having a lot of trouble maintaining any map control. I feel like the mind games pun has like come up in my stream at least 500 times. Let's keep that joke going though. AT guns get a nice volley off on the T-34 right there. That's got to pull back to safety. These guards are Vet 3, 17 kills. Just look how strong those PTRSs are. That is crazy. They didn't even take damage, and those grenadiers fall to half. Instant retreat. I don't know. That's pretty crazy stuff. You really have to laser beam those guards down hard with like 3 Gren squads. Just get them off the field. They need to be your #1 priority. Conscripts, especially conscripts without Molotovs, are like not even a third of the threat that guards seem to pose.
Ready for action. Barbed wire is up.
1 T-34 harassing right. The other T-34 receiving repairs here in the base. Giap spreading out, trying to keep the triple cap going, trying to get Luvnest just out of this game. It's going to be harder now that the Tiger's on the field, making its way to the front lines. Grenadiers are about to slow down victory points here in the middle. Right side being retaken by this squad of conscripts.
We have lost a pack gun. The Felsen will go right by me! We've learned something useful today!
Grenade will force that retreat. Guards taking back control of the left side fuel. Tiger's gonna move right. AT gun's been cleared by these conscripts, but Grenadiers should be able to get that recovered easily enough. There's a Teller mine there, Soviet mine right there. There's just mines all over this battlefield. There's a Teller mine. That's an aggressive Teller mine. I don't even know how Luvnest got that one down. That's sneaky. I like that Teller mine. There is a minesweeper on the field for both teams. So as long as everybody's tanks are properly supported with minesweepers, shouldn't be any catastrophic mines. That sneaky aggressive mine though, that is really nice. I could definitely see Giap hitting that if he doesn't think to check right there, which on his half of the river, unless he saw that mine getting planted, that could be a really good one. Fortunately, the T-34 is heading center. The Tiger is moving to do counter harassment on the left. AT grenade does penetrate the frontal armor of his Tiger right there. That's going to need some repairs, but it's in a very safe location. I don't anticipate that being destroyed. The two T-34 85s look like they're thinking about maybe going in. They're just hovering over here on the left side, though. I'm probably not going to be able to take out that Tiger. It's really deep. Plus, there's Teller mines over here. I don't know. I'm just going to work on that Grenadier squad for now. Grenadiers over here on the right engaging some conscripts. Force one retreat, but they'll have to retreat in return away from just superior numbers. T-34 is moving through the munitions. I don't see any Teller mines right here. Looks like he's advancing without minesweeper support, though. His minesweeper's still in the base. He's not going to cross the river, though. Not going to cross the river. Luvnest set up quite well with those AT guns, should he have chosen to push right there. Gonna pull back, be careful. We've seen Giap in quite a few series so far. This is very much his style. Just peek. If there's an opportunity, pick up on it, then disengage. Never seems to commit to a overly aggressive big engagement, just probing, looking for opportunities. Finds a squad here, light vehicle there. See what he can do. Luvnest is gonna get that Tiger repaired now.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
T-34 is gonna pull back for some badly needed repairs. Luvnest got a couple good volleys off on it. Certainly has plenty of health to work with, though. Didn't really come that close to being destroyed at any point. Minesweeper taking control of the center. 1 T-34 harassing the MG here on the right. Tiger forces away that squad there in the center. These three squads moving to take control of the munitions, VP, strategic points. Luvnest falling really behind for VPs. Giap just continues to maintain really good victory point control. Luvnest struggling. He's coming back though. I mean, look at the map. It's turning a lot more red than before that Tiger hit the field. Luvnest slowly pushing out with his Tiger on all three flanks, trying to win engagements, force retreats, get that map back under his control. AT guns move to fire on that tank right there. That's gonna pull away to safety. Tiger firing on these conscripts. There goes their cover. That squad's got to retreat. 3 squads moving left to try and push away these grenadiers. They're a little slow to jump into green cover, and that could be a wipe. Dodges just in time. I still don't know if he's gonna get away though. If he stops to fire his PTRSs, wow, he won't even try for it. Doesn't even try for that wipe. I thought that was worth at least trying. Another squad of grenadiers in the center has to retreat with extremely low health too. Look at how close both of these close calls were. Luvnest gets those off the field barely in time. And he's, rather than going for a second Tiger, he's just going to spend the last of his fuel on a Stuk, probably because he's falling to about 100 VPs. He's almost 250 VPs behind, and he maybe doesn't feel that he's going to have time for a Tiger if he waits that long. Maybe he also thinks 1 Tiger and 2 AT guns is enough against 1 set of T-34s. And he just wants some anti-infantry to try and deal. I mean, look at this. Heavy mortar on the field, 1 field gun, 4 cons, 2 guards. Giap is almost 100 of 100 pop cap just on infantry. I mean, yeah, he's got 2 tanks, 28 pop cap worth of tanks, but 70 some pop cap of his army is tied up in things that the Stugi can counter. So it's certainly not an unreasonable decision, but he needs to be careful with it, make sure it doesn't get taken out by engine damage and PTRSs this time.
Attempting to steal our sector.
Grenadier squad retreats over there on the right side. These Grenadiers trying to work on victory points. He's gotta take some risks with that Grenadier squad if he wants to take that VP, and he's still struggling to get a victory point under his control anywhere. He just can't seem to get victory point control. No matter where he goes, he just gets pushed off those capture circles. Giap is just dedicating the perfect amount of stuff to every battle. Stugi doing harassment over here on the left side. There are 2 squads of guards over here that threaten him. He needs to be very careful with this. Tiger is in the area though to counter any attempt at destroying this thing. AT guns are doing pretty good work against that T-34. It's pushed away with half health. This one's sitting over here with full health. Grenadier's gonna make another attempt for the center VP. Luvnest rapidly running out of time. High explosive barrage into the center VP is pretty off target. Luvnest should get this captured. I think he should get this captured despite being under heavy mortar and anti-tank gunfire. Gets the center VP captured and at least slows things down. Only 76 points remaining though. It's important to watch that VP ticker as well. If Luvnest does lose this game, which it looks like he's going to, 381 victory points will be the score to beat if he wants faction selection in Game 3. Tiger forces retreat from guards over there. A couple squads working on the right side.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Stugi forces retreat from that squad of conscripts right there. Bunker going up from Luvnest. He's floating munitions like crazy, so I actually don't blame him. Bunkers don't cost pop cap. That'll give him a little bit of suppression on this point. Maybe slow down attempts to capture this. Manpower inexpensive. Could definitely see that. It may prove difficult to keep alive against C-34s and a field gun and a heavy mortar, though. And that'll be the bunker that Giap can destroy the most easily, rather than a bunker on the right or left side. Left side would be the easiest bunker to defend. This one, an AT gun could easily move up and snipe that. And it's already going to be destroyed. He was not able to defend that, not in the least. He needed to field a lot of AT guns to defend that bunker and his Tiger, probably. Both anti-tank guns shooting through the hedge are unable to land any shots. T-34s pick up that bunker and pull back to safety again. Luvnest, however, has wrestled back victory point control on all three fronts narrowly. Grenadiers taking control of the right side and green cover over here. Grenadiers also have pushed away everything on the left. One machine gun, Vet 3 MG42 protecting the left side victory point. Tiger moving center to see if it can make anything happen over here. Grenadiers take control of the right side VP, center VP being taken by conscripts, ooh-rawing through the point to try and get engine damage on that Tiger, but they're being forced to overextend to do so, and they're going to have to retreat over here. Guards, ooh, that's a dangerous situation for those Grenadiers. Get out of there, Luvnest! Oh no! Wasn't watching that, and Grenadiers get wiped. Starting to make some micro mistakes. 32 minutes in, he's really behind. He's going to have to play really well for another maybe 20 minutes. That's going to be hard if he's already starting to get a little frazzled, starting to lose Grenadier squads.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector. We have a forward structure under attack. Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Minesweeper Pios try to throw an S-mine field down here in the center. I don't know if Giap noticed that. He's about to walk through S-mines. Okay. Taking a lot of damage from those S-mines. Fortunately, Luvnest did not get the full S-mine field planted. Wait, what? Oh, the Stugi died over here. I didn't even see that happening. Stugi goes down in a big tank engagement for the right, but a T-34 goes down in exchange. Pretty good trade for Luvnest, actually. Pretty good trade. That's one T-34 to one Tiger, but of course Giap does have the resources for another set. And more importantly, victory point control is going completely into Giap's favor here. Fortunately, Grenadiers win a flank engagement against those conscripts. I'm kind of surprised that some players just don't get Molotovs. Throughout an entire game, they do not get Molotovs, and they can never turn flank engagements with their conscripts. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's interesting. Seems like the kind of thing you would want. That's engine damage on that Tiger. This might be game we're looking at right here. If that Tiger goes down, oh, Tellermine! Tellermine! I didn't even see that Tellermine right there. I completely forgot that mine was right there. Miracle Tellermine for Luvnest. That's the only thing keeping him in this game right now is that Tellermine. I mean, look at this. 600 fuel from Giap right now. 600 fuel. The only reason he hasn't made more tanks is because he just would rather have infantry. He just wants infantry to keep working the flanks. Infantry are so good on this map. The Tiger is so slow, has to slowly reposition from victory point to victory point. Giap is just juggling it from VP to VP. Just keeps that clock ticking against Luvnest. It has not stopped ticking against Luvnest all game long. 43 points remaining. This Tiger basically has to pull back for very careful repairs right now. And because it's off the field for repairs, that's just more VPs. More VPs down the drain.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Sandbags going up over here on the right side. He's gonna stall so hard on this VP. I'm surprised he's not throwing them up here in the middle too. I don't know. This might be the game. This might be the game. I don't know if Luvnest can recover from this. It's taking forever just to repair that Tiger. 321 VPs, and it looks like Giap is going to take this. This is Luvnest's last chance. He needs to take VPs and not lose them for the entire rest of the game. I don't think that's going to happen. He's fielding an emergency Stugi to try and help with that endeavor. Going straight down the middle. MG42 on the right side is going to do nothing. Those conscripts have green cover. They're going to be fine. Grenadiers jumping into the center circle. Stugi heading right. Tiger is available to try and help in the middle. 16 points remaining. 4 points remaining, and that's it. That's the game. Giap has taken it. Well played, Giap. Short break, and we're going to go into game 2. Just comes down to victory point control. Just great victory point control with all this infantry. Luvnest just could not keep up with it. Well played, Giap.